Howdy howdy, welcome to today's video. If you remember me showing Tyler's Monte Carlo last week in the video that I still have yet to edit, we're taking the Monte to drag week, but I might have mentioned it too. We're taking the camper to drag week. So if you saw about a little introduction there, this is going to be our setup for the week. There's been a couple things that have been done to the Monte since then, and we took it on some track runs last week, which I'll put in right now and show you all that. Alrighty, I'm not really sure which video I'm going to throw this into yet, but we are here at Cecil County Dragway, and we have the Monte Carlo, which is obviously the one we're taking to drag week, ready to go. We'll be taking it out shortly, or Tyler will, I should say. You said this is what, the first pass in a year?
In over a year, and this is the first pass with this new carburetor. So, see how it does.
Trial run.
Not 100% dialed in, but by the end of the drag week, this thing ought to run great.
We got to work out the kinks now. Now's the time to do it. I mean,
don't worry, we only started a month before when we had 8.
We got 3 weeks. Countdown's going. Was it 12,445?
Yeah, 12.4.
But he needs to use a screwdriver.
Like, it sucks I don't have an AFR gauge.
What do we got different this time?
So I took the air cleaner off, and I changed the MSD box from LS1 high output timing table to LS3 high output timing table. The car has LS3 heads on it. Maybe it'll change something. I am currently highly disappointed with the car. Last time I ran this thing, it ran 1186 and 1184 back to back, didn't even care. This time it felt like an absolute slug out of the hole, went 1240. So we'll see what we can do. If it's still not happy, I'll probably do some jet changes back in the bins. So we'll see how it goes.
Let's hope you can actually hear any of this on the video. It's really loud here. We got Jake here too now.
I don't want to break it. I don't break it. I'd be happy. I'm gunning for 11.5. I put my truck in like right over at least 925 horsepower complete, so I'd be happy with that.
Piece of shit. I'm trading this motherfucker in. Sorry that you have to censor so much.
It's easy.
I am unhappy.
Hey,
I saw that. Jake ran good at least.
Yeah, Jake.
At least one of us is happy.
You should have heard the scream. Over my car idling, over his truck taking off, I heard the most happy scream come from Jake's truck. He took off and he got the slip.
Checks out.
And then I'm just pissed off, so now I'm looking for tools that I can't find.
What do you need? I have all my tools here.
I need a flathead screwdriver, and I had one right here.
I've got some in my car.
Hey,
Okay,
do you want to...
So I figured out why trucks making 10 pounds of grease now.
Yeah, why?
Well, time was off for Tyler's pass, so we didn't get to take a look at that. I don't know if he has the hood on his car open, but that's going to be a surefire indicator based on his mood of whether he's excited or pissed off. Jake is looking at his truck and slowed down towards the end of his pass, so I don't know what we're about to walk into. Oh, just airing the tires.
Hopefully.
Okay, we'll talk with him. What did new carb jets do for us?
Nothing.
Not the answer we wanted to hear.
It went, first run was 12.4, second run 12.3, third run 12.2. knocking a tenth off.
Hey, we're
I
working
guarantee none of that is me. That's air quality. It's getting colder out. That's the only thing. I guarantee everything I've done has not changed anything.
Uh-oh.
But such is life.
It's the way she goes. Well, one thing we learned is that we're not 100% ready, but
4/10 isn't the end of the world. Maybe I'm just being greedy.
we'll get there.
This is drag week prep. Drag week is about going fast, but the primary goal of drag week is to finish drag week. And considering I'm now driving the car home, it wasn't a bad night. Happens. It ran okay. A little bit slower than it was supposed to be, and you'll have to pardon my disappointment in the clips that he's about to edit. Probably gonna be a lot of bleeps, but drag week is about going fast, but it's also about finishing the week. And I think we have that part down pat at least. So now we're just trying to do things to our setup to make it more road friendly, because you're on the road for literally a week. You're only on the track for unfortunately for this thing's case, 12 seconds at a time. So just little things that I've already done. I welded the hitch on this morning, so that way we could hook to this. Insert those clips here. Howdy. I don't know how well you'll be able to hear me because of the fan in the background, but today, in our drag week preparation, I'm going to be attempting to make a hitch for the car. I've never made a hitch for the car, but after looking at the little picture online of what they want $350 for, I was like, I can do that cheap. So, trying to see how everything lays out, get set up, but I was just going to throw you on a time lapse, get her done. Final result, not pretty, not, 1000% professional, but it will be enough to tow our camper. I may bring flat stock back to here, but 100-pound tongue load, 1,000-pound camper, it'll be just fine. I welded to where the bumper would normally collapse, now can no longer collapse, because we're getting into a collision with this thing. We worried about other things, but so it is bolted to the aluminum bumper under here, welded to this bar, which is welded to those stakes, and then bolted to the back of the car. I did it that way in case I ever wanted to take this contraption off. I can still just unbolt the rear bumper and the whole thing will come off. Sorry for my poor videographer skills, but there she be. I installed this tag pocket that I told you guys I was going to install in the walk around video. I ordered these tag lights, but Amazon has delayed my shipping.
Typical.
It happens. That's there. You come around to the front of the car. Also in the walk around video, this thing had a humongous crack across the front of the windshield. That is now replaced. Currently we still have the wipers off of the car because the wiper trans on this side is broken, but in the marketplace video that we could just do a little snippet of here, the Malibu has the same wiper trans, and for the sake of time and for the sake of ease, I'm going to take the wiper trans out of the Malibu and put in here because this thing still has a good wiper motor. That should give us functional wipers, and then once that's done, I can put the cowl back on, I can put the trim on, make it look pretty. Also from that Malibu, I'm going to steal the cigar lighter pigtail in my box of goodies. I also told you in the walk around video, I had the bezel, and then with the bezel, I had my buddy Will custom make me gauge pods. So that way the gauge pods will go in there and sit like that. But I still need the pigtail to give this cigarette lighter power. We will hopefully steal that from the Malibu as well. All in time. But now I've got the hitch on, but I don't have any wiring for it. But Mr. Tomko is nice enough to stop by the Wally World and pick me up some. So while they try to do small things on the camper, I'm going to try to get the trailer lights working. Luckily, it's only a 4-pin. There's no brakes on this thing. It's not heavy. So tail light, left turn, right turn, and brakes, and ground. But other than that, it should be straightforward.
So there's a quick little walk around, quick little showing of what we've done to the car, what Tyler's done since I last showed it on the channel. And then, as you can see, we were towing our camper behind it, which also has its own video, which I'll put here. There's a video on this, pretty simple. So just getting some test runs done on the track with this, getting some maintenance and upgrades done on here. And then we're getting the camper a little bit more user-friendly before we take it out. Now, if you're watching this right now and you're thinking, you keep on mentioning Drag Week, but we haven't said what it is. Basically, in our case here from Maryland, it's Maryland's Hot Rod Drag Week, and it's a big, I don't know, dragster road trip, if you will.
Road trip.
Yeah, so it's just going to be going around from track to track, going to be going 5 different times.
Yep,
What's it, four different locations over 5 different past days.
Yep. And it changes spots in the United States. So sometimes it'll be West Coast, sometimes it'll be like southern located. Now it has come back to the Northeast. The last time I was in the Northeast was 2019. And I went as a spectator, and ever since then, I swore that before my life ended, I would go on a drag week. And here we are, doing it not exactly how I would have thought it would have played out. Back then, I didn't even know Michael Tomko. But now, everything happens for a reason. It'll be fun. Looking forward to it. It'll be a good weekend. We're going to do drag racing, everybody loves. We're going to do road trips, which we all love. We're going to go camping. We're going to see if we can hit up some campsites near all the tracks. We're going to meet a whole lot of cool people along the way. It should just be a genuinely good week. And we don't have to go to work, so come on now.
This video here is mainly going to be a whole lot of the prep work, as I've probably said 4 times already. But one of the big things that I want to do, and we're going to document the trip, obviously, is kind of show, you see all these big names, all these big, like, hotshot dragsters and whatnot, but you never see the guys that just the local friends who are getting together and just doing something like this. So that's kind of going to be what this is. It'll be kind of the little guy's perspective on such a big event. So it'll be something hopefully interesting to watch. Hopefully some of the people watching this are people that we met while we're out there. So this video will probably be coming out the week of or right before, if I time everything right and get everything edited in time. Anyways, hopefully if we get to see some of you guys out there, it's good to meet you all, and then we'll work on what we got for the meantime. Here's our camper, and let's go ahead and get that set up. Camper is set up here inside the garage, and we're going to do a test. I don't know if you saw it in the video, but there is air conditioning in here. You can see he just kind of hangs out there and sticks out the back. The last owner put that in. So we're going to take this, plug it into here, and we're going to see if the air conditioning actually works. We might need it, we might not, but it'll be nice to have if we do. Let's see if we have air conditioning.
Do we have light?
Dude, awesome.
Let's see if it kicks on. Turn off eco mode. And that's just set to dry. We'll set that to cool. Set to 62 on cool on high, and I heard the compressor kick on, so we'll see if it cools down a little bit. It's still blowing kind of warmish. It's hissing a good bit too. We'll see. Well, it is certainly getting colder in here. It is real cold there, so that's going to be good. Blows out a decent bit of air too, and of course we have the extension cord cracking through the door here. I want to figure out what this light does. Or not what this light does, but what that switch does. That goes to that light up there. I don't know how to operate it. And there's this electrical center, they call it down there. So I'm going to take a look at that. I'm going to take a look at this wiring here and see if I can trace out what any of this goes to, because I really do have no idea. I know that he tried to wire in this little CO2 alarm, but he never really said how he did it. 120 volt outlet there and there, and I don't know how any of this works, but I wire things for a living, so I should be able to figure it out. Real test for the camper here. The most important test, actually. Dinner test. Alright, well, we have the AC off. I pulled out the sink here to kind of get some measurements on it, probably fab something up there. Pulled the electrical panel cover off down there, looked a bit in there at the wiring and some of the wiring down here. I have an idea to rig up a 12-volt battery to connect to that light, the carbon monoxide detector, and maybe a actual automatic pump sink instead of a little hand pump sink that's broken right there. This battery doesn't work, we'll have to get something else, but that's about it for the trailer for now. So the plan now is to get the Monte back on the road. We're going to go ahead, drive that out a little bit. Trailer lights are on and we tested them and everything comes on here like it should. So that's pretty cool. Air conditioning does slide out the back kind of like we were showing before, but all the trailer lights do work, which is what we were hoping for. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and run it up to go to the Malibu, which is another car that I've recorded, haven't put on the channel. It's an 83 Malibu, I think. I don't remember. It's been a while, but that video will be up soon if it's not already. Going to take parts off of that, put them in here to get the wipers working again. And I think that's the only part we're taking off that car. Not sure, but let's head up there. It's wiper time now. As you can see, there's nothing on over here. So Tyler's pulling from the Malibu. We're using that as a parts car here, and everything here is completely either stripped off or broken. So obviously we're going to need to do some work there. In the meantime, we're kind of going to be working on that. Tyler is at least. Other Tyler's working on his truck, and then I'm going to start doing some of the logistical planning. We're looking at places where we can stay, activities to do when we're out and about in the areas, and just different places to go camping and different places to explore. So I'll be working on that, and hopefully we'll have a finalized plan, or at least something close to it by the end of the day. We shall see. So looking at SEMA's website here where they have everything, you can see tech inspection there on Sunday, September 14th. Day 1 of racing is at MIR. Day 2, New Media. Day 3, Maple Grove. Day 4, racing, Cecil County Dragway, which is our home turf. And then day 5 will be in MIR as well. So we're going to try to find spots that are going to be close to all of these, different spots to camp out, parks, or we'll stay at the actual drag strip. It all depends. We'll give it a look now.
Did I just hear a ding of recording?
Yes.
Are you recording currently?
Naturally.
So flash forward a couple of hours from where we left off. We are now in a different location, in a different garage, working on a different part of the car. This car, when I very first got it, I was silly as I was putting the motor in and realized the wiper switch was on, and the car didn't have wiper blades on it for whatever reason. I don't know why I bought it like that. So anyways, it starts going crazy, scratching the windshield. So I panic, so I just grab the wiper and stop it. But then it breaks the wiper trans. It's over here. It breaks the wiper trans, but there's nothing for the wiper to grab onto. So this car has been without wipers for a long time. And if we're going on a road trip living out of this thing, we need wipers. Conveniently, I have that parts car, as I told you before. So I'm going in with the new wiper trans, using the same wiper motor out of the car because it did work. Got the hitch in, got the lights wired up, and then yeah, I gotta think about what else we gotta do to this thing.
So what's that leave on the list besides reverse lights?
Hold on, I might have a list. I might have started a list in my notes.
Yeah, I've got it listed on notes too so that we can actually get a tab going.
I have gauge pod, hitch, windshield, tag light, and cigar lighter. So hitch done, windshield done, tag light pocket ordered, cigar lighter. Need to get it out of the other car, but it's nasty. So I'm putting that one off. I'm just doing this one now, and then I'll muster up the courage to rip that other car apart. So yeah.
Yeah, this list that I'm getting right now, I just have everything listed out. I know that we were talking about going when we're at Maple Grove to Shady Maple Smorgasbord, which is the largest all-you-can-eat buffet in the United States. Do we want to do that for dinner on the 17th and then breakfast on the 18th as well?
Yes.
Just for the heck of it?
Why not?
The 17th and then the 19th?
17th and then the 18th.
Oh, back to back?
Because then we can have dinner one night, breakfast the next. We'll be in a food coma, but...
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Let's do it.
Add that on. Well, we got some work done today, got a better plan laid out, got some more things figured out that we wanted to, so that's a step ahead of where we were earlier this morning. I'm going to work on more of the logistical stuff at home just because it's easier to pull it up on my PC rather than my iPad, and I'll actually be able to look at some things. We found some pretty cool state parks, national parks, and then found out that they didn't have camping, so that kind of put a huge wrench in things, but we're going to start to roughly lay out plans, see what we want to do, and I'll let you know once we have an actual concrete plan in place. For the time being, Tyler's finishing up getting the wipers on and everything, putting the trim pieces around the windshield. And if you hear that beautiful, glorious V8, that is the hood exhaust that sticks out right there of the Turperado. So at some point or another, I'll have to make another video on Tyler's beautiful creation here.
Oh, me when it stalls.
Nothing better than stalling your automatic, but yeah, that's gonna be it for today. We'll catch you back when we're working on things next. Golden hour, whatever they call it. I'm here on my phone because I don't have my camera, and the phone camera obviously isn't as good. But I'm outside. I got Tyler's car back there, and I drove the Rambler up, so you can see that one parked right next to his. Let's see. We did some more progress today, or Tyler did. I just kind of looked around at things. Anyways, Tyler got some more work done on this today. I'll put in those clips shortly, but as you can see, there's quite a bit of weight squatted here in the back. A couple new things on the inside. See, she's actually looking like a whole put together car now, which is pretty sweet.
The nicest the car's ever been.
Yeah, nicest the car's ever been. Hitch was put on last time. You saw that part already. It's a new weekend now. It is Labor Day weekend, Saturday, August 30th, tomorrow the 31st, making Monday the 1st and Labor Day. So we're going to try to grind out as much as we can.
We have this weekend and next weekend, and then we are on drag week.
So we really have to start,
We're trying to get on top of things.
getting things together. But like I said, he did some work on this today. I'll put in those videos now.
So, howdy once again. Figured I probably ought to start recording for more of our drag week preparation. As you can see, I've got our drive tires on with our little secret sauce, jack, the radials that we'll be running with, chair, just miscellaneous stuff. We're gonna see if we can't get this stuff onto the camper to try to get some weight off the back of the car. Because once we throw Tyler Bittner and Michael Tomko in here with a little bit of luggage, she might sit a little bit lower, but even if it does, it's okay, because I spec'd out these 215 7015s to have plenty of clearance, both to the wheel well, to the frame, and to the upper tub. Under here, not much has changed, but so far since you've last seen it, I have installed the tag pocket with the tag light, so that looks worlds better. Driving this thing every day to work, just trying to get little bugs figured out of it. I have learned sun visors. They will make much of a difference. I've had these forever. Don't mind those wires. I've had these forever, but when I very first bought the car, the headliner was sagged down to about here. So, like a lot of things on this car, that turned into a I'll get it out of my way now and I'll deal with it later kind of a thing. And now that I want to live out of this vehicle for a week with two friends towing a camper, later is now. So, yeah. Today's project, as you can remember in the walk around video, this whole mess where I just threw that there. So I do have to apologize. This car was definitely built by a high schooler that didn't have very much money. He just kind of threw it together because he wanted a hot rod, and it did great. I've loved this car forever. I've had this car 4 or 5 years now. Absolutely love it. But back then, you don't know much. You ain't done a whole lot of living. Now, I've seen a lot of things in this car that I would do way differently if I could start over. So now we're just gonna try to go through and do all of that. Another thing, pondering over the work week, that I have already ordered. Parts should be here today. Don't know if they'll be here for the video, but if not, I can just make another video. I have ran this car for 4 or 5 years with no coolant catch can, and I've never had a drop come out of here. But considering we were going to be going through NHRA tech for 5 different tracks, they're probably not gonna like that. So I ordered a cheapie off Amazon, just gonna mount it somewhere so that way it doesn't blow water all over the track in the case of a failure, but I don't think it's going to. And then battery location factory is over there with the LS and the alternator over here. I moved the battery here, so that way wiring to the alternator would be shorter for charging. And I was thinking, well, maybe what if I want to do a turbo? Most turbos I could put right here. But in moving the battery over here, never secured it. That might also fail. So I will have to add a coolant reservoir and a battery hold down. Currently, project for today, this panel here goes in there, like in the walk around video that you've seen. Where is it at? I know he's got it on here somewhere. Right there, PPP, Preston Performance Products. Good buddy Will works at a machine shop. He does things that I probably can't comprehend. Made this. That way it sits there, and then when it's bolted in the car, it looks like that. And that will make this area look a world better. But you notice there's only 2 gauges there, 3 gauge pod there. I bought an air fuel ratio gauge. So all through drag week, all through, really ever since I put this in, that will be a key factor in helping me tune this new to me 850 CFM Holly to make this motor run cherry. My entire friend group is telling me to get rid of it, but I can't. I just love carburetors so much. They might fight me, but I will be victorious. But in that, these vehicles factory have the cigarette lighter there, and the pigtail was corroded or messed up. I was trying to find a pigtail, could not find a pigtail, so I was like, whatever, I'll just get me a cheapy old Amazon Universal one, and I'll put it in here. I have had to largen this hole for here, and I was just in the process of test fitting that, so that way I can run that through there. And then, unfortunately, because they are mechanical gauges, I will have to disconnect them from the motor there for coolant temperature. And if you look really hard, right there, for oil pressure. I'll have to disconnect them and then feed them through the gauge holder and bolt it all in, and then pray to God I can find the screws. So that's enough of an intro, I think. And I'll just throw you on a time lapse and see what we get done. So, progress update. I have those all in. The oil and water temp are hooked up. Now I am moving on to wiring up the air fuel ratio gauge before I then have to feed the cigarette lighter wire through. This is sensor to gauge, and then this is gauge to, not really sure, because they just give you a whole bunch of wires and they don't give you any instructions. They just say who we are, we have a good sensor, and buy more stuff. Give you a bung, but thankfully I do not need to use that because these Speed Engineering headers already have O2 sensor bungs in them, but I have them plugged off. So I think what I'm gonna do now, they do come with their AEM sensor. I'm gonna plug this into the back of the gauge, plug this into the back of the gauge, and then just have the wires coming down, and then I can look up and see where all the wiring connections want to be. Wow, just backed in the jack. But sensor's back in there, it runs through, blah blah. Need to clean up some wiring, but see, here's what I'm talking about. Stuff gets pushed off and then you never do it, and then I'm sure we'll do it, hopefully. But I don't know if we can sneak peek all this junk in here. That is going to look way better than having a humongous open hole and wires gaped and gauges set way too far back, and I'm excited. Thanks, Will.
there it is. Install complete. All gauges work. Doesn't appear to be leaking oil out of the back of that gauge. Cigarette lighter now works. Gauge pod is in. New windshield is in. Hung the mirror. Sun visors. So that way we don't get blinded. Tag pocket. Little by little, this car is coming together. I had a bit of an oopsies. I don't have a battery tray in this car, which has just moved to top priority on my list. But there was a fender bolt that was sticking up and punctured the bottom of the battery. So now he's outside in good care. So luckily I am at my work, so we had these batteries in stock. So I went ahead and threw a brand new 34 series in it, which actually, although it is smaller, it has more cranking amps, so lightweight. But the crunch is on for drag week. You could see my stuff is just an absolute mess and everywhere. But that AFR gauge is going to be huge in tuning this thing, because basically for drag week, we're racing ourselves. Just trying to get a ticket. I didn't quite enter the right class. A car this slow should have been in the, I believe it's Street Machine Eliminator, because it's more of a bracket class, but I entered the small block power adder. So that way, if I wanted to, I could add nitrous. But that's an 850 class. In order for me to be 850 certified, I have to get a cage. I don't want to put a cage in the car, so that will handicap us to 1150. But it's all in the adventure. Gauges work, slowly but surely. This honestly is the nicest the car has ever been. You don't realize how much stuff is wrong with the car until you're like, hey, I'm gonna live out of it for a week, let me start fixing issues. Because then you're like, holy crap, I've been driving around a hoopty. But nonetheless, I absolutely love this car. There's been a million memories made in it. Sorry, I don't know if that lighting kind of screwed you. I don't know if I'm holding the camera too low. I don't know. But there's been a million memories made in this car, and I'm excited for these upcoming memories. So with that, signing off. Peace.
Camper still sits inside here. Looking at the empty weight here of 990 pounds versus the GVWR 1330, and it says weight for the cargo should not exceed 340 pounds. So we got some room to load some stuff in here. So that will be the plan for what we're doing with this. We're gonna be putting some sort of cargo into here. I don't know what yet. We're looking at the lighting and everything. You can see that we still kind of have it ripped apart just because we're testing some things out. I would like to get this replaced. It'd be nice to have. I don't know if I'm gonna do a water pump or without it. We're messing around with these wires inside of here. You can see I have an M12 Milwaukee battery and through a little janky connection there. We found out that the light works, so that's cool. We're gonna try to get that fixed up, put some LEDs in there. That's just some of my thoughts here. I'll actually walk you through when I'm actually doing it. So that's not too much for today. Just wanna to kind of give you some more progress on where we're looking right now. Once again, we have next weekend, which is gonna be kind of the final, make sure that everything's good weekend. I don't know if we'll take it on a test run then or beforehand, but we wanna make sure that we do that before we get going. This video is just kind of scatterbrain, hodgepodge, whatever you wanna call it, but that's kind of what's going through our heads too, and walking you through the process of what we're doing to get this ready. So it's nighttime. It's the 31st now. I recorded yesterday on the 30th. We went over some more general plans, all three of us, about how we want to get things done. And I'm just recording on my phone again because I didn't have my camera, didn't expect to be here and recording, but here I am. We're gonna take the camper out on its maiden voyage in the Monte Carlo just to see how it does. We got some weight inside, some weight in the camper, and we're just gonna test things out. So here we go. I'm recording for YouTube because, we might as well see how this goes.
Our maiden voyage is either gonna make or break us.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways this could go.
Yeah. And I think, I love you to death, Tyler Bender. But you are the heaviest soul. I think on the way back, we're gonna throw you in the back seat.
That's okay.
Just see what the car does.
Let's see what we got.
Not really as much as I thought I'd be able to. Like hills with the converter screaming is where you're gonna feel it.
Like this.
Oh man, that was a good burnout.
All right, we're at the gas station. How'd she do?
She did great.
So far, it's done great. This thing loves camping.
He loves towing.
It's like it was built for it.
Our tires are still cherry.
It's like she was built for it. Today's date, September 1st, which means that we are less than 2 weeks away from Maryland Hot Rod Drag Week. Like I said, I'm doing a lot of logistics of things, and we're camping in our trailer, so I got a whole bunch of campsites planned out, a whole bunch of plans. I'll put this up on the screen so that you can see as I'm reading along, but I'm going to go ahead and give the other guys a phone call too. Going to run through and make sure they're good with everything so we can park the car and trailer somewhere every night, have somewhere to sleep every night, and we're not just kind of hitchhiking in the back of Walmart parking lots. I got things that are hopefully close to home, hopefully cheap enough for them, so we're going to go ahead and see what they think. Got kind of a rough plan. Like I said, you'll be able to see it right here.
Hold on. I cannot hardly hear you. Is anybody speaking?
I am now.
My screen.
What?
Why is it so quiet?
I don't know.
My fucking volume is all the way up, and the Michael's screen is just a blur.
How about that? Alright, so here's what I got. So Saturday, September 13th, leave from home, stay the night. Cedarville State Forest has got like a big like RV like trailer loop. Figure we stay there. That's $25.50 a night, 36 minutes, 24 miles from MIR, so not too hateful. The first, or not the first, but the first like real day.
Really gonna I need you to like scream at the top of your lungs.
Why is it so quiet for you?
I don't know.
Am I quiet for you, other Tyler?
No, it's just, I'm not. It's your phone.
It probably is my phone. Okay. So, I got Saturday, okay, leave from home, stay there.
And it's a little bit north of MIR, so it's not too bad. It'll be kind of on the way down. Then on the 14th, which is gonna be Preston Tune that Sunday, wake up there, race at MIR, and then go back to the same place. No point in getting somewhere new, and it's cheap enough. So first day, I mean, we're gonna wake up in the same place, race at MIR, and then we're gonna start heading up to New Media. I figured that we'd do that just because when we get up there, I mean, it's going to be a 4-hour drive. If something's going to go wrong, we want as much time to work it out as possible. Yep. If we head up there Monday morning and we've got until like 1 p.m. to get there, or not Monday morning, if we head up there Tuesday morning, we've like till 1 p.m. to get there, and then it's 8 a.m. and we're trying to change the starter in the AutoZone parking lot. Don't want that, so we'll do that. Monday, September 15th. Yeah, that's what I just said. We'll go up there and then stay at Lake Glory Campground, which is the one right by Knoebels Amusement Park. If we want to go there, we can. We can go to Centralia, whatever. We have options of things to do there, and it's pretty close as well. Tuesday, that's the 16th.
I can't even see Tuesday. The screen thingy is frozen.
Is it frozen for you, other Tyler?
Yes.
What the heck? Let me just take a screenshot and send it to you. Alright, so, yeah, we got Monday covered. MIR, stay at Cedarville again.
Lake Glory Campground.
The 15th, we'll stay at Cedarville. Okay, now my voice is like echoing through one of your phones.
It's cold.
Sorry, hold on. Okay,
because I figured that's our long travel day. We want to get up there as early as possible. So then the next day we're only worried about driving 8 minutes rather than driving 4 hours and then racing.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So then the 16th, wake up at Lake Glory, which, like I said, is only 8 minutes from New Media. Race up there, and then head down to Maple Grove. Dinner at Shady Maple, and then stay the night at there's a campground resort, $50 a night, 15 minutes away from there.
Ain't bad.
Now, when it comes to that, that's only 2 hours away. If we wanted to stay like 2 nights there, or stay 2 nights up in New Media, we could do that too. It's up to you, but I just have it so that we're hopping day to day to day.
Yeah, I got you.
So as long as you're good with that, we'll just do that then.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Wednesday the 17th, we'll wake up in the same spot, breakfast at Shady Maple once again, race at Maple Grove, and then head down to the Cecil region. We'll stay the night at Elk Neck so we can go and harass our coworkers at various job sites and job locations and
Beautiful.
visit our families and tell them we love them and all that. Thursday the 18th, wake up in Elk Neck, race at Cecil, then start heading down to MIR. I figured once again that's a long drive, so if we want to jump on that early, or we can do that like real late if we're feeling it too. And then we'll stay the night at Cedarville again, so it'll give us a taste for somewhere we're familiar with as well. We're not going to be diving somewhere in the dark.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it all sounds good.
And then 19th, wake up, same place, race at MIR, stay there again, so then we leave Saturday.
Yes.
Sounds like a plan.
Cool. Yeah, I figured that way we're not... I mean, we'll have some time to flex around if we want to go way too early or way too late to try to avoid traffic. We can do that. And that type of thing.
Sounds like a plan, Stan.
But if you guys are good with it, I'm going to start putting in reservations, and we'll go ahead and get that taken care of.
That's fine.
Hopefully, they're not all taken. But...
Yeah, I was going to say I checked to make sure that a lot of them had availability first, so we should be good.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool. All right, that's all. I'll start working on getting the RV stuff total up, and then or trailer parks total up, and then we'll get on that next.
Alrighty.
Cool. Alrighty. Thank you for your time.
All right,
Yep.
see you later.
Yep, see ya.
See ya.
Cool. One step closer, we have places to stay. I've gone ahead and reserved all of our campgrounds, so we're good to go there. We're going to be staying at Cedarville State Forest from the 13th to the 15th, Indian Head Campground from the 15th to the 16th. Remember, we were originally going to do Lake Glory, but you need to stay there for 2-night minimum. We're not going to pay for 2 nights if we're only going to use 1, so we're going to stay there. Then Red Run Resort and Campground from the 16th to the 17th, Elk Neck State Park from the 17th to the 18th, and then Cedarville State Forest again from the 18th to the 20th. That's going to go ahead and line up with our schedule. I'll put that in here once again so that you can look at that. But I think it's a pretty solid schedule. A lot of good places to stay. Seems like they're all pretty good, pretty highly reviewed, and we're going to get to stop at a lot of cool places along the way, nearby and around town. So there we go. Logistics are getting close to done. Now I just got to order camper parts. Next part of this video will either be whenever I get camper parts in or whenever Tyler does more work on the car next. We'll keep you in the loop. September 3rd. 10 days till takeoff. Here with Tyler, making progress.
REI.
We're here at the one and only REI, and I shouldn't really say one and only because there's a lot of these. But we're gonna go inside, we're gonna get some freeze-dried meals, which is what we're gonna be eating throughout the days, the nights, the breakfast mornings when we're out camping. Save a bit of money going out instead of going out every single night. You can see here, we got tags for the camper, so that's one step further to being good to go and road legal, so that's pretty cool. We're gonna go inside and see what kind of grub we can get. Keep ourselves nice and fed up throughout the whole week, so let's get shopping. Well, here's a sample of what we'll be eating over Hot Rod Drag Week. See, we got this bucket on clearance for 111 bucks. That's not too bad. Stuffed a whole bunch of extra meals from here into here as well, so we got quite a lot of food. It's like 256 bucks or something. It'll keep us fed for a while, and there's a whole lot of protein and all that, so not too terrible for you either. September 5th today, which means that tomorrow is 1 week until we leave for Maryland's Hot Rod Drag Week. As you've seen by the compilation of footage, we are slowly but surely getting prep work done. We're doing some more work to the trailer camper tonight. I'm going to meet with Tyler and Tyler, pulling into the driveway now. I'm behind the wheel of Dad's car right now, which is a 2011 Ford Fusion, 201,000 miles on the clock. It looks like Colby is here as well to join in on all the fun.
What the hell you got there?
Dad's car.
Your dad knows that car.
Yeah. So funny story, I got the Lexus still at Colby's house, Rambler, back at my house, and I started it up. I was going to give it 10 minutes to idle before I left, and I started it up, and I just let it idle, went inside. Mom said, can you swap cars in the driveway? I said, sure, swapped them, and then I came back out. I was like, it's not running. Did it stall out? I didn't even realize it. Went ahead, checked it, could not get the thing started. I was like, maybe it's the same thing as last time, and it was. It had no gas in it, so. Oh, I can smell it now. So like I said, we are going ahead and doing some more work to the camper here. We got a stack of picks here because they were having a sale at Harbor Freight. You can see that there are 7 sitting right here. They had buy 1, get 6 at the exact same MSRP cost. So heck of a deal they had going on there. Yeah, I know.
I asked for 1 and I was generously gifted 7.
Nice, right? So right now...
It's always good to have good peoples on your court.
Exactly. The goal right here is we're getting these wood planks mounted up here.
So that way when we... No, cut.
Anyways.
Yeah, you talk.
Anyways.
You talk or I talk, I don't know.
So you can see we're throwing some U-bolts down there just to hold it on. There were some bike racks on here earlier, which you can see are sitting over here by Tyler, next to Tyler. So we're going ahead, drilling these out. The reason that we're doing this is because we're going to be carrying around the actual track tires. You can't take street tires like this out onto the drag strip, so we have to mount another set of tires somewhere. It's either inside the camper, which is going to be a pain to get to once we get to the track, or throw it on the roof, or throw it in the trunk. We already have a lot of weight in the trunk, trying to distribute weight a little bit better, so if we can get these mounted over top of the axle, it'll give us a little bit less tongue weight there and a little bit less in the trunk. That's kind of the thought process there. So we're mounting these up here. We're gonna figure out how we're gonna do this here.
How much of this is gonna make it into the video?
Hey, look at that.
The more Michael Tomko has to edit.
I'm gonna have to do a lot regardless. I don't know how I'm gonna have this turned around by Saturday, which is what I'm trying to do.
Oh, you got this.
I'm probably gonna do a whole lot of what I did this week and not get any sleep so that I can stay up editing. I released the Monte Carlo video today, so you should go ahead and check that one out if you haven't.
But to make him edit.
Yes, awesome. New tag is on, so we're legal there. It's just getting everything mounted up. And I still have all my electrical outfit that I want to do, but the wonderful shipping industry of the United States of America has decided that they would ship me the water pump that I'm going to try to hook up to the sink, and then leave the battery, which I need to power the water pump, in the great state of Texas, which is not doing us too good when we're here in Maryland, so kind of waiting on that. Here's the perspective setup here. Got these both about, I don't know, say foot 14, 16 inches apart, something like that. Have these both set up here. Gonna strap them down when the time comes. We're just mocking up a test fit here, and then probably either put the fuel jug here or find a way to mount it down on the frame there. I think it's fine there. It'll be a little bit of weight on the roof, but it's pretty centered, not close to the seam. I don't see why it would be an issue. What was that?
Are we gonna have a cooler?
I have a Bucky's bag cooler that I can bring. Oh, do you see the moon up there? It's like orange. That's sick.
It's called the sun.
That's the sun in the wrong direction. But no, I have a bag cooler that I can bring. So there's kind of what we're looking at. I think it'll be pretty cool.
Worst case scenario, we can throw like a cooler.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be good.
Now that we're done that, I'm going to pull this up into the light and make a battery hold down. But I need to connect the 12 lights plus because they look cool.
A little metal in your
My name's
carburetor.
Tyler, and welcome to
Anybody?
Jackass.
Should have asked. I would have brought my bandsaw.
The light gonna be long enough?
Yeah.
Those ones are nice. Owie. Right in the arm. Demanding.
Hold on. To go with the Michael Tomko YouTube channel series, we have to ensue. Well, I guess now it wouldn't be diesel noises. I guess it'd just be car noises.
Vroom, vroom.
Drone trailer burnout.
You gotta give Michael some audio that he can use to cut out the bad words. Or the
I just really hope we don't have another instance of subtle foreshadowing.
Yes.
That right there was it. It's gonna go from this
it's gonna go
to
from
the
this
side
to
of
the-
I-70.
It's gonna go from this to the axle popping out the side of the diff.
We gotta figure out too. I'm gonna have to try to line up the audio probably from somewhere that we're recording, because the drone footage would be cool, but it's gonna have no audio. So
That's fine. You can put some uncopyrighted music over it.
now I'm thinking I'll just put in like
Just have like us talking in the background.
Honda 4-cylinder noises. And meanwhile, it'll just completely not line up. It'll just be this, like, just driving with a camper behind it.
It'll be us parked.
Yes.
Or a trailer burnout with a 4-cylinder idling in the background.
In Mexico. Battery in there nice and good?
She's solid considering we're shaking the whole car.
Whole car's shaking with the battery, so that's in. I think that's just about all we got for the car, right?
Guys, be nice to me about my wiring. This was all done super after drag week. I will be fixing all of this. It's never a fire hazard. The car's been like this for years.
It's fine.
Just back when I didn't know how to make stuff nice.
We have a fire extinguisher, worst case scenario.
No, we don't, because you noticed that it was empty.
I've got two, so I'll bring both of them. We'll be good. Anyways, we're going to call that good for tonight. Jake's riding around on the dirt bike now. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and hope that all the rest of the camper stuff comes and tune back in to show you how I'm going to get that all hooked up once it's in. September 7th, which means that now we're only 6 days away. It is Sunday, and we are leaving on the next coming Saturday. So I'm going to try to get the last of my work, like I was saying, on the camper done. I'm going to start tonight. I don't know if I'll finish tonight, but I'm at least going to get started now that I have everything in. Amazon and Vivor and all the other sites that I ordered crap from took forever to ship what I needed, but it's all here, so can't complain about that. I have it all thrown in the back of my Lexus here, but I'll take it all out, and then I'll show you what we got. So, the old sink is coming out. I have some cup holder inserts here. I got a 12-volt battery to power everything. I got a water pump that we're hopefully going to hook up to the new sink. I got some LED lights that we're going to go ahead and put up top. I have the actual sink faucet itself. I have a little voltage, not regulator, but little icon there, a little voltmeter, so you can see how many volts the battery has. I got some USB ports so we can charge our phones off of the battery. I have a circuit breaker here that'll actually hook up and be short circuit protection against the battery and everything inside of it, and then a kill switch as well. And then I have a whole bunch of plumbing and electrical fittings in there. Not mentioned is a battery charger. I got to figure out where I put that because I know it's somewhere in the car, but that's going to maintain the battery and recharge it whenever we are plugged in somewhere. So I'll go ahead, prop up the camper, and then we'll go ahead and start putting that all in. So we're trying something out here. I got the pump there, I got the sink hooked up there using some fittings, and I have this hose running into here. I'm going to see if this pump will actually work to get anything out of the sink, if it'll leak or what we're going to do. I want to test it outside because I'm going to have to hole saw on the inside. So naturally, electricity and water, you want those together. So that's what I'm doing here. Should pump it up to a good pressure, and I hope that'll hold it, but let's see.
Is it pumping?
Probably can't. Probably because this isn't open. Yeah, there we go. Air just came out, so it's got... There we go. I mean, it works. I guess that counts for something. I think you can up the pressure on it. I think if you turn it off, it'll stop and hold pressure. I don't know, I didn't look too much into it. I just kind of bought it, but let's see. I'll hold it with my knee there. Open it and see. Close it again. That's exactly what I was hoping it would do. So I guess we'll go ahead and go with that then. Starting with the easy stuff here, I tested the drain there. As you can see, poured a whole bunch of water down, all drained, so that's all fine and good. Took out the old sink right here, put in this little cup holder insert, so that'll be nice if we want to put in a little thing of soap, a little cup of water, whatever you want to do. Obviously, you know what a cup holder does. I'm going to hole saw a new hole right here to put in the new faucet, and then I got to figure out where I'm running the water line. I don't know where I'm going to mount the pump, because when the AC is pushed in, it does take up most of the space down here. Might have to do it over on this side, and I'm thinking that's also where I'm going to put the battery. Kind of there, maybe find something to hold in the tank there, hold in the battery here. I don't know yet. I'll work around and find something that works. Go figure, I forgot some actual eyelets right there, so I can't hook this up and I can't put the breaker up. Thinking I'll put the breaker probably right above it. Gonna try to mount as much here as possible and as much of the floor as possible, just because if it's here, then there will be exposed screws on the outside here. Obviously don't want that. Have a couple junction boxes that I'm gonna tie up there and do all the splices in. I know it's technically fun to do it without it, but I'm picky and I like it my way, so I'm gonna do that. Try to find a way to secure the tank over here and then just have the hose so it runs over and around. I don't 100% know yet, like I said, kind of winging it here. Sink has about a 1-inch thread going down here, 1-inch hole saw fits right over top of it. Probably gonna poke it somewhere around here. Doesn't matter if it's centered or not. I don't want to get too much around this because it's kind of chipped out. Probably go somewhere around here on this side, honestly. Just go ahead and sink it in there. And this thing is fancy. Goes ahead and folds over for easy storage. So once it's flat in the ground, it'll sit below this handle here, which is really what matters. So I'll go ahead and take care of that. Sink is in, obviously not plumbed yet, but once again, fold right there for easy storage. That should work just fine. Just run it like that if you want.
Do like that and then just put it down flat in the sink.
That's also true. Look at that. So many options. So, not going to get too much done tonight, getting kind of dark. If you remember, we had an LED or an incandescent bulb up there. It's alright in terms of brightness. I have Tyler just putting the terminals onto the battery. You can see it's pretty decent. Go ahead and hit it one more time. Not too bad. Go ahead and take that out. And I will throw in this LED bulb here. And I think we made the right call putting that in because it's blinding. It's like a camera flash just went off my face. But, I mean, pop the cover on and shoot, buddy. It's going to use half the power. It's going to be triple as bright. Honestly, I mean, I'm happy with it.
That's really bright.
Yeah. Summer's not over yet, but definitely coming to a close when it's not even 8 o'clock and it's already this dark out. So, cleaning up what we've got, kind of leaving a little bit of a mess here because we're just going to leave it popped up. I'll come back and get this in a few days. Tuesday, September 9th, which means that it is only 4 days until we leave for Hot Rod Drag Week. Back with the camper again, like I was saying. I'm going to finish up doing what I'm thinking for the interior. So, I think I am going to mount the tank there. I think I'm going to put the battery there. I just got to figure out how I'm going to do it all. I'll go ahead and show you what I do. It's no tie down, more of a hold, but I just framed it out with some unistrut here to keep in the battery, make sure it doesn't smash against the wheel well, or just slide around back and forth. That way it won't go ripping any wiring. It's in there pretty secure. I can take the battery out if needs be, but it's got about 1.5 inches up on either side, 1 5/8 if we're being precise here, to actually hold it in everywhere. Just ran some wood screws and sheet metal screws down to hold it. It should be in there just fine. Alright, so check this out. I plugged in the outside wiring here so that I could get the air conditioning plugged in, just get it cooled down in here a little bit. I was told that these wires here went to something. Previous owner didn't know what. I was told that this didn't work. It works, because I plugged that in, and now we have power coming to the lights. That's actually got a little DC transformer in there. So that's pretty cool, I guess. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do that now with the battery installed. I don't know. In my rounds of testing here, I found that this is the output when it's hooked up to converter, so if I hit converter, it'll turn it on using that little transformer in there like I was saying. White is ground, and then this red wire here is actually the one that connects to the battery, so you can see that here. I just have it jumped out to the battery here. That's how I tested it. I'm going to hook it up, do some splicing, do some wire runs, so that this will be the battery power whenever it's on battery, and then it'll get light converter power through there otherwise. Alrighty, USB ports are in. I've got USB-A and USB-C port combos right there. Wanted to future-proof it, make sure that I wasn't just doing USB-A because C is becoming the standard in this day and age. Put on a little voltage meter there too, so I can actually check on it and see how charged the battery is right there, which will make it nice and convenient for future use. Alrighty, as you saw in the time-lapse right there, got the breaker installed. I've been taping up the wires to almost make a little harness of sorts. Got the positive there, obviously, negative on this side, and I have it spliced up in a little handy box right behind the unit. Right there. So, if I go ahead and flip the breaker, see the voltage reading comes up. It's reading 13 volts. It says 85%. I don't really know how accurate that is. All I really need to know is voltage, so that's pretty cool. Turn that off. I should flip this up. Lights in the USB ports so you know they're working, and same down here as well, so that's pretty cool. It'll give us 4 USB ports to charge up there, and then a good voltage reading for how charged the battery is. Kill switch also serves as a breaker right here, so go ahead and kill it, and you can see it's as simple as that. That's about as far as I'm getting today. Unfortunately, I'm working nights, which means that it's 3 p.m., so it is past my bedtime right now, so I'm going to go home, go to sleep, wake up, go to work at 12:30 in the morning, and then I will be here as soon as I wake up again after catching my morning nap. Today is tomorrow, so we're here now, or I'm here now, and I'm going to go ahead and hook up the lights in the water pump. I have the water tank being cleaned out outside. I think I'm going to drill a new hole through the cap so there's not the moldy hose that we're using anymore, because this is what the old one looks like now. So I'll go ahead and find a spot to secure that. I'll get the lights wired up, I'll get the pump in, I'll get the tank in, and then I think we're solid. It's raining outside a little bit today, so I'm going to get the air conditioning running to get some of the air dried out in here. And it is still a mess, so I'll have to do some cleaning. I also got to throw on the charger. It has these big ring terminals on it, which we only have 1/4-inch studs on there, so I'll probably cut it off, chop this right here, and then use 1/4-inch studs. Just crimp those on and then throw it on instead. Let's get going. Alright, so I'm no plumber, but I think this will work. I took this little garden hose cap, it was like $2 at Home Depot, drilled out a hole in the center of it to match this. Fits in, half-inch hose right here, little vinyl hosing. I don't like how easily it kinks, which is why I left so much extra here, because when I have it go straight down, it kinks in pretty good, but I have it in the inlet side, the outlet side. I'm going to fill this up with water, flop the sink back up here, and then ideally, I should be able to test it, run water, and then there's a little pressure adjustment valve in there too. I'm just going to wire nut it up, just temporary run it now, just to get something to test. Fill it with a couple gallons of water and just test to make sure it works. Now clearly what I'm doing here is very temporary. You can see there's a wire nut and then a whole bunch of copper stripped back. It is what it is. I'm going to throw it on and get some pressure up to the sink. I've got the sink turned on right now. If this is done right, water should start coming out as soon as I hit this. And we're getting no water out, so that's not good. I had the sink off, not on. Look at that! Honestly, that's not bad pressure at all. I don't think I'm gonna have to mess with that adjustment valve. I don't know if you can even hear the pump because the air conditioner is on and the pump's quiet. But if I turn it off, the pump is priming a little bit, which makes me wonder if there's a leak somewhere. Oh, there is a leak. All right, I'll have to get on that. We got a leak under the sink. Yeah, that is definitely leaking. So I think it's probably the connection up here. Or it's at the bottom of the sink, huh? Well, that's not ideal. Alrighty, I'll pull that and take a look at it. Gave some power to it again and it started spraying out right here. So right in between that actual, I don't know what you want to call it, supply line and the hose fitting down here, it's leaking somewhere. So let's fix that. Alright, take two. I threw on a new hose clamp and tightened it down pretty tight. So I'm going to hope that it's just a loose hose clamp and not a bad fitting. And it looks like it's holding pressure. It's still clicking every once in a while though. I don't know why it's repriming, but seems like it's working. I'm paranoid and only fairly confident what I'm doing, so I double clamped everything there. So that should be good. I don't know if I'm going to put that on its own kill switch or anything, just in case. I don't know. Just in case it wants to run, cycle itself even when it shouldn't. I don't know, but regardless, it's got an auto shut-off switch, and it's a pretty smooth, steady flow of water. I've got the tank hooked up right here. I just ran a test to see how long it would pump out 5 gallons of water. At full throttle on the sink, it ran for about 3 minutes, so that's not too bad at all to pump out all 5 gallons. Run it about halfway and you'll probably get double, so no complaints there. The only thing that I found to be an issue is that when this runs out of water in here, this will try to build pressure and it'll keep going and going and going and going, and there is absolutely no shut-off with it. So I'm going to put in a kill switch. It's self-regulating when it's actually full of water and has water coming in the other side and can maintain good hose pressure. But when it runs out, I don't want it to keep running. I don't want it to burn up. I don't want it to get hot. Nothing of the sort. And I'd rather just put in a kill switch, so rather than trying to unwire it or anything like that, all we'll have to do is say, oh, the tank's out of water. And then we're good to go. So I'll go ahead and get working on extending those tails out right here. Pressure seems good, so I'm probably going to mount it right there because the pressure regulator cap is right there. I don't need to take that off. I don't think so. Go ahead, mount that down, extend those wires, and get things finished up here. Wiring is done up loosely. You can see the back of the switch right there. So if I go ahead and flip the breaker, it's off right now. Very quiet to hear the pump because it does run very quietly when there's not much in it, but you can see the water vibrating there. So, kill switch works. That's going to be good for when that tank runs out of water and we don't want that thing to burn up. So I'll go ahead and secure it down. I've got the pump mounted down. Light tail is here, so I'm going to go ahead and run it back here. Run it into this box right here, splice it in with everything else. Everything's spliced up in that box. Doesn't look too pretty right now, but I'm going to go ahead and close it up in a second. In the meantime, like I said, ran the lighting whip, comes in over there, runs in. I like to tape it up just to get it a little bit nicer and not have a bunch of loose wires flopping around. But the light is on right now. I'll go ahead, hit the switch to set it from converter to battery. You can see that it's off, which means that if I push this breaker, it should turn on. So now it's running off the battery. Check the voltage reading here, 12.9 volts as well. Flip the switch right here. Draws a little bit of power, so it drops for the motor. So that's reading just like it should. USB ports here, sync up there, and we're looking good. The only thing that I want to do at this point is add in the charger. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put some new connectors on there now to match 1/4 inch. And then I'm going to run that over here, mount the charger on top of the wheel well or on the back somewhere, and then plug it in there so that whenever 120 volt power is brought in here, it charges the battery. Alright, battery charger's installed. You can see I have it plugged in back there, and then I have it landed on the terminals of the battery. Everything is tightened down now, so I should be able to go ahead and flip the breaker on down here. Battery should start charging. There we go. You can see it's blinking green. Yellow light means that it's almost done charging down there. And if I flip on the breaker, it should give me a good voltage reading because it is charging, and there we go, 13 volts. So, that should be just about everything for the wiring. Gonna go ahead and get some things cleaned up and get some things tidied up, but there you go. There's a little bit of the inside as that all the trailer work that I've been doing. 'Twas the night before drag week, and I was editing. I got that $5 fade, but I'm in a race against myself to get this video edited by tomorrow. Because tomorrow's Saturday and we leave. Today's Friday, which is the day before we leave. I think you could have figured that out on your own. I'm just talking at this point. But yeah, so it's the night before drag week. Got off of work. Got all day to get this edited tomorrow. I'm going to try to grind it out. It's going to be a long video. I apologize. But I'm going to see if I can do it. I think I can. Little train that could, you know what I'm saying here. But I don't know. I'm going to stop talking now. We're going to make a run out to the store. I'm going to put some stuff in the camper. Just trying to one-take this, and clearly it's not going well. But yeah, let's see what the other guys are up to. I'll get some stuff to get into the camper. We'll meet up at Ollie's Bargain Outlet, I believe. And then we'll get going from there.
In a 1/4 mile, turn right into the parking lot.
Told the guys that I'd meet them there at 7:15, so I am dead on time, as you can see. Look at you with your new phone.
The start skiing Hutch car.
Look at the important stuff here.
There better be a Monte Carlo in here. If there is not, then we're not doing. Oh, here we go. Photo credits. Oh god, that's a lot of words.
At a different Ollie's now, because we got some snacks from the first one, but they didn't have enough camping stuff, so we're gonna give this one a shot.
He's a bobblehead.
Unsuccessful. On to the next Ollie's. Final Ollie's run wasn't exactly a success. Got here.
Why do you overpower me? It's my car.
I know. No. No. Drive. Get that off.
Is that the heat?
Yeah.
Keep that off. Anyways, final Ollie's run. Got here 8 minutes before we left. Not a success. Windows screeching. It's cold outside. It's hot in here.
It's alright. We're not taking this one on drag week.
It's not cold outside.
Well, it's not cold outside, but it's cooler than it is with the heat blasting in here. Anyways, I don't know where we're going. Walmart, maybe?
Walmart.
Yeah, sure.
We're going to McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Why not just lock it?
Alright, well, here's the end of this video.
Drag
week
starts.
today in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
8 minutes. We got 8 minutes to go until drag week starts, September 12th.
So when we say drag week start, it don't start.
Well, we
Our
start on
drag
our
week starts.
adventure.
It starts Sunday, but we start our adventure Saturday.
I mean, I'd rather not leave the house at 5 o'clock in the morning to head down there.
What? No, why not?
Because I already do that for work, you know?
Yeah, but it's not work. It's fine.
I know. A week of no work's going to be nice for the soul.
Yes.
Says the guy's already taken like 12 weeks off vacation.
Hey, like 2.5.
I've been in
I don't
Colorado for the last 6 months. I really need a vacation.
I know.
He's like, I'm not putting that in the video.
I am.
Awesome.
Alright, well, hope you all enjoyed this, I don't know, this hodgepodge. This just giant, I don't know.
Cluster.
Yeah,
So much to edit.
something like that. Whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's just a giant show of slapping together and getting it good to go, so.
Awesome.
Yeah, alright. Okay, I'm just going to end. I'm just going to keep talking if I don't.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.